Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So today in this video, I'm basically going to be giving my best my best tips and tricks for PvP and Blox fruits. And if you don't know what PvP means somehow, it stands for player versus player. So the reason I'm making a video like this is because a lot of people in the second C, which I would fight against, have turned out to be pretty cheeks. And with me, you know, the 10 million bounty that I have, decided I'm gonna do a favor to all of you, and I'm gonna give some advice on how to fight in this game. And yeah, why am I still literally my finger's off the F key? Why am I still going? Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna start off simple and just explain most things that involve PvP. And throughout the video, I'm gonna say my tips and tricks, so I'm not gonna just like say all of them at the end. But yeah, before we get into it, please remember to subscribe because I make videos on different updates that are coming, so you can really stay up to date. Okay, I feel like I'm too close to the microphone. Okay, let's begin with a very simple thing. So when you first want to get into the game, there are two buttons, which say, one says Marine, the other says Pirate, and you could choose. So there isn't too much of a difference. With Pirates, you can make your own crew, and then if you make a crew, like I made mine, the Airfire Cult, it just appears above your head. And then with Marines can't kill other Marines. That's the first thing. And Pirates can kill other Pirates. And also, if you're a Marine, let's see, you go up to here, there's a wanted poster of different pirates. You click on it, like, I'm a pirate right now, so if a Marine comes up, clicks this, kills me, their reward is $50,000. Which is, it's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. If you're a pirate and you kill someone, it adds to your bounty, so you get more bounty. So I have 2.9 million, which is a pretty decent amount. And the same thing with Marines, except it's not called bounty, it's called honor, pretty much. Next thing is stats. Well, after you do your first quest, you will be given 3 stat points, because anytime you level up, you get 3 stat points. So the first thing everyone should do, which is like obvious, melee and defense, try to max those out, because it doesn't matter what you do, you always need health, obviously, and you always need to be using your melee attacks, which I'll elaborate on later. And then after you max out your melee and defense, you'll have more stat points to choose between sword, gun, and Blox fruit. It's obvious what these stat points do is they increase how the damage of these things. Like I have no stat points in my sword, so my sword does no damage. And I would recommend choosing only one of these things. Here's a little tip. Here's the first tip of the video. If you're kind of special, you know, you'd put your stat points into multiple things.
You need to leave!
Like a couple hundred in sword, a couple hundred in gun, a couple hundred Blox fruit. That is very dumb, because you kind of just like okay at it. You're kind of just okay at everything. It's best to just be amazing at one singular thing. And the people who do that, they're called like hybrid players. I would not recommend being a hybrid player. Also, another thing about stats is, well, this is, I would say, another tip. Just because you don't have stat points or something doesn't mean you shouldn't be using it. Like my sword and my gun. Whoa, was that glitch? I still have a sword and I still have a gun. And I will explain later in the video why I still have those things. And also there will be more useful tips later in the video. I just kind of want to get these things out the way first. So I'm going to try to make this a little quicker. This combo counter, what it does is it counts how much damage you have done on an NPC or player. So right here. Oh my god. That lag. So you see he has taken that much damage, and then after a certain amount of time the combo counter goes away. Next is all the stuff in your hotbar. Anyway, so first is melee attack, very standard, very good for just grinding. All melee, oh wow, that's insane. Like, yeah, that's why I have to use fast mode. All melee attacks have 3 moves, and also melee attacks can be bought from different people, different NPCs, and some melee attacks are leveled up versions of other ones. Like what I'm using right now, Dragon Talon, is an upgraded version of what this guy sells, which is called Dragon Claw. Next is your fruit. Different fruits have different amount of attack moves. Some let you fly, some don't. But also another thing to keep in mind is once you eat a fruit, you cannot swim. Next is sword. Now, here is the reason why oh my, what is happening? The reason I have a sword and have no stat points into it, also I'll just say the same reason why I have a gun. I'll demonstrate why on an NPC. So the reason I have this gun is because it stuns. What a stun is look, basically turns you into Helen Keller. So he's running towards me, I shoot him with this, and he stops moving. And in that amount of time, I can just attack him how, oh wow, that lag. Okay. You see this? You see this? I got almost 3 million bounty with this internet. That's impressive. The reason I have this sword is because it looks cool. Look at it. It's like shiny and stuff. And it's rare. And also this move right here. Oh. That move can be used for knockback. It does very good knockback. And this one is very good for traveling. Next is clothing. You can wear stuff like right now. Okay. Right now, I got this cape. And different clothing gives you different buffs. There isn't a single best piece of clothing, not even the rarest clothing, which is a dark cloak. I have that, not to brag or anything. I wouldn't say that the dark coat is the best piece of clothing in the game. I would say what I'm wearing right now is the best. It's very versatile and has a lot of things to offer. Next is a very controversial thing. Race. Yes, there are different races. When you first log into the game, you can either spawn with human, fishman, Skypian, or mink. And they all have different things, like Skypian makes you heal quicker and jump higher, which is pretty useless. Yeah, Skypian's kind of bad. And there's special races, which you have to do a bunch of quests to unlock, like I have Ghoul. There's a lot of argument online about which race is the best, and I honestly think it's Ghoul because it's the most versatile. A lot of people think it's Mink, but honestly it's just kind of personal opinion. And here's another tip that kind of ties into a lot of things. A lot of things are opinion based. Like for most things, there isn't a certain best. So that's basically all the basic things. Now I'm just going to talk about another thing, combos. What a combo is basically, it's pretty much a chain of attacks that happens so quickly that it's so hard to get out of. Like here's a combo, So I shoot him like that, and I teleport, and then I explode him. That lagged so hard, oh my. I'm not very good at explaining what a combo is. Pretty much, if you're planning on using something, like a certain fruit or a certain fighting style, try to look for combos online, like on YouTube, for what combos you could do with the things that you have. But yeah, don't use fighting styles and fruits if you don't know absolutely any combos that you're able to do with them. That's another one of my tips. Also, there's a big debate online of what's better. Shift lock, which is like this. So when I move my mouse around, it kind of just keeps me like this. And then there's non-shift lock, which is basically your mouse is like separate from the middle of your screen because it just keeps the crosshair. And then this doesn't. And to look around, you have to click and then drag. Honestly, I think that this is better for PvP, because when fighting, you have to keep in mind that everyone's literally tiny, like the size of my cursor on the screen. Like, look at this. This is how small everyone is. Actually, everyone's a pretty big size, to be honest. Like, I bet this cursor is a good personality as well. And you don't have to, like, look around as quick. And I just think it's easier to aim and keep track of things, because then you have to keep just going like this to follow someone. Okay, but yeah, that's pretty much all my tips for PvP. All the tips are very simple, so I hope you guys kept track of them. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please remember to subscribe. I have so many crazy videos planned for 300 subscribers. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.